my name is Magda and welcome to another video from Behind the Scenes series in which I share how I actually turn ideas into projects and all that goes behind the scenes of making projects a reality. In this video, I'm going to share with you how Another Way YouTube series came about and was developed. I'm also going to leave a link for the series in the description box down below. I had the idea to record creativity focused videos for years before I started working on the first episode. When I started gathering footage for that very first episode, I had no idea what style my videos were going to follow. There were endless options, and as a perfectionist, I wanted the videos to be as perfect as possible. Perfectionism was one of the reasons why it took me such a long time to get started on producing the creativity videos. I started working on my first Another Way video in the summer of 2024. And what actually pushed me to get the work done was this incredibly strong feeling that I needed to begin working on these videos and on this project right now, because otherwise it wouldn't have happened. I went to a film school in the 2000s and graduated with a very unrealistic idea of what a perfect film could, should, and would look like. For years, I believed that the perfect footage was the essence of any story, or was the essence of any visual story. But in reality, there is so much more into filmmaking and visual storytelling than just the visual elements. This was a very misguided belief and understanding of filmmaking process, which followed me for years, taking away my creative power. It makes me really sad to think about how many opportunities I've missed to tell stories because I was afraid someone would judge my footage, aka judge my ability to tell visual stories. However, there comes a time when our fears can make or break us, and I surely didn't want fear to control the rest of my life, to control my creative art practice, and to control my creativity. From the very first episode of Another Way YouTube series, I knew this project was going to be really far from perfect, as I had very limited time and no budget to make each episode. So, which in practice really meant that I had to do the development, production, and post production. And any filmmaker or video content creator would tell you that it is a lot of work. Luckily, the personal rewards I received were worth all the effort and all the time and all the work, as each episode I created helped me grow my own understanding of my own creativity, my own creative approach, my creative process, and see the connection between the themes and subjects I really liked working within my creative art practice, and also the links between my projects that have already been created, or the projects that I was in the process of developing. When I shot the footage for my first episode, it took me nearly a month to finish the edit. At the end of the series, I was able to shoot an episode a week and have that episode out on the same week. Once the visual style emerged and was in place, it wasn't difficult for me to find the nature footage, which also reflected my interest in environmental art as well as sustainability. During the production of the Another Way series, my focus shifted from perfectionism to consistency and commitment to my own creativity. There is no denying that I still wanted my visual work to be nice, be informative, and be useful. However, I was prepared that it wasn't going to be perfect, or it wasn't going to meet the standards of perfection I always set up for myself. Disconnection from perfectionism has allowed me to be more in touch with my creative intuition, my creative self, and appreciate my creativity much more than I used to in the past. Perfectionism always needs to have control over the creativity and creative input. But in reality, creativity can't grow in square, confined, controlled spaces and environments. Creativity can happen under the watchful eye of perfectionism. That is why I'm so incredibly appreciative that Another Way videos came from a place of creative unity and curiosity without perfectionism getting in the way. If you feel creatively stuck or think perfectionism is ruining or running your creative art practice or your project, I strongly encourage you to find a project that you could do over a period of time just for fun and with no expectations and no strings attached. From my own experience, I can tell you that creating without pressure and expectations puts the creative self at the center and allows creativity to thrive just for the sake of, of thriving, and just for the sake of creating. And this is what we all need to be able to overcome the creative roadblocks such as perfectionism. However, if you feel that you need help developing your projects, check out my creative development consultation and Another Way self-paced creative development workshop offerings, which I'm going to link down below. Thank you so much for watching and being here. Please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I see you in another video.